child. I'm very honest with you. It's true that not every child deserves a whip. Not every child deserves, even the shouting. There are children who are naturally obedient. There are children who are born to be obedient. You see a child and you're asking, how old is this child? You are a visitor to a home and you see the way this particular child is comporting themselves. It's not because their parents instilled anything on them. It's just natural for some people. It's just like leadership for some people. It's natural. It's inborn. A child who is a leader knows that, okay, by the time they're waking up in the morning, he organizes his little one. Sometimes even the little one can take that position. He is the first person to wake up his brothers and let's do this, let's do. That's a leader. You already identify that. So the first thing that parents should be able to know and do is to identify and know a child's behavioral pattern. If your child will be a stubborn child, you start identifying that even at 1 year old. For instance, a child is 1 year old and you say, Mama, give me this thing. And she's like, no. It's not just naughtiness. That's already to tell you that this child will give you hard times if you do not correct it from that age.
Yes.
And some parents think that, no, it's just a way of playing with my child. Let her feel free. I have a problem in maintaining and trying to uphold self-esteem. Because most parents will hardly discipline their children the hard way because they are afraid that they may tarnish or damage the child's self-esteem. In as much as that may be true psychologically, I loved it when Laura was talking about and she added flesh on that. But let me tell you something. You, on the other hand, trying to maintain this child's self-esteem in the sense that I don't want to shout at her so that she would not feel less self-worthy when she's in the midst of people, or she will be less expressive when she's in the midst of people and stuff like that. Let me give you my testimony. And I stand here as a book to anybody who wants to see. I'm not saying I'm the best of behaviors and all of that. I came from a place where truly I was really handled with some, toughness, shouting and all of that, sometimes beating. But then I told myself something. That's why education is there to some extent. Now, coming now to the outside, we're learning and all other things. I told myself that, okay, I'm not going to be the quiet type because I used to be quiet based on, home training as well. And now I realize that with time, this quietness should apply when you are with older persons, when you don't just come and speak loudly and all of that. But then when you are like we are here, I have to be expressive. I have to feel free. And then you yourself, you know that there are things you still need to work on to help boost your own esteem. So those things, they're just certain psychological behaviors that can work on the disciplinarian or against the disciplinarian in favor of the child who has to be disciplined. If you ask me, Kathy, I would say that look at a child's behavior, and it's not every case truly that will also necessitate for you to pick up a whip against a child. But